Yeah.
Okay, with Matt Jenkins, Vapor Trails is the short film play at the comedy festival. It's a it's a comedy, but it's also a film about overcoming bad habits or overcoming addictions, some could say, and using the comedic lens to tell that story. How's it going, Matt?
Great. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Good. So you're based in Oklahoma?
Yes, in Southwest Oklahoma.
How's the film scene in Oklahoma?
Well, in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, it's burgeoning. They produced the first season of Tulsa King in Oklahoma City.
The Stallone series, I guess, right? I saw that. I watched
Yes,
the
yes. I believe the subsequent um,
seasons.
seasons are being produced pretty much in Atlanta with just B-roll of
Tax breaks, yeah.
yeah. So there's filmmaking going on up there all the time. Not so much where I am down in Lawton, in Southwest Oklahoma. More independents like me and people. Hey, I just want to make a movie, kind of thing
Yeah.
down here. Mhm.
I was in Oklahoma maybe about 15 years ago. I was at a festival, Bare Bones Film Festival. It was kind
Oh
of a,
yes,
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah.
very. I do enter that festival and go to it when I can up in Muskogee. That
Muskogee, yeah.
festival is what 30 years now with Oscar Ray and Sharon Butterfly.
Sharon,
It's
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
wonderful festival, and for me, I make movies that I like to screen in theaters. I'm more interested in the live
Yeah.
audience than I am. We're going to put it online kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they have the Roxy Theater in Muskogee, and it's a historic theater, and it looks good and it sounds good. And
I had a short film back in the day, play at that Roxy Theater. I remember it played before a feature film, like on the premiere, on the opening night
oh,
of the
great,
festival. Yeah. I remember like it was yesterday. It was kind of like a small, quaint town. And
yes,
yeah, yeah,
it's a small quaint town.
yeah. And somebody took like at the last day or whatever of the festival, we went on some horseback ride, like on a I don't remember, like someone one of the filmmakers said jump on the horseback, and we went on this like kind of like
Oh wow.
yeah, it was kind of wild. Yeah, that's why I remember Oklahoma. Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. All
That
right, so
festival's been around a long time.
yeah, it has.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
yeah. Okay, so tell me about this particular film. So, what's your background? See, you made a lot of films. So, is comedy your thing? Is that what you usually do?
Actually, no. I do lighter kind. I've been with my team or the people that I work with. We've
Yeah.
been producing features for the last few years, and my acceptance rate's probably about 30 to 40% with those. And so we decided this year that plus it's harder to find festivals that will take feature length stuff. Um, so we decided we'll do a short. I had my house flooded twice and things like that, and one of my producing partners moved to Ghana, so um, we decided we'll go with a short this year, uh, based on the constraints we have, and see how it does in festivals. There are a lot more festivals wanting shorts than features, in my opinion.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it's very true. Yeah. Well, it's about programming, right? You can
yeah,
program 20 festivals and 20 shorts and one feature. Which one are you gonna do, right?
yeah, sure, absolutely, sure. So, and I had much more limited time to shoot it. We shot it in 2 days, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why we went ahead and went with a short
So what
comedy.
about this particular story about like vaping and like friendship? It's really a film about friendship as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Dan Perrin is usually a main character or actor that plays different characters in our movies, and he's been an avid smoker uh, and vape for years. So I just thought it would be fun to shoot something that where a character he portrayed was faced with an ultimatum to quit vaping or else, and the things that he goes to try and accomplish that.
So do you vape or like smoke
Oh,
or?
no, 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 no. I don't smoke or vape or anything like that.
I
Dan, the
remember
guy
I
that plays
smoked.
Jethro, does
I smoked for a long time. It's hard to kick the habit, but
though.
other
Oh,
things arguably are in my personal life are harder to kick, but smoking was very difficult to kick. So
yeah,
yeah, I still want it. I still want it. It's been 20 years. I still want a cigarette to this day.
sure.
Yeah.
Highly addictive. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a good little story there. Okay, so
Thank you.
the cast, is it the same? You've worked with them in the past? Like how do you pick your characters?
Sure. I've been working with Dan Perrin for what, 30 years.
Yeah.
And so we try to write screenplays that will fit his Southwest Oklahoma good old boy kind of attitude. And then I have an eclectic group of people that like to work and work in these movies. And so we try to, and I know, oh, you're not supposed to write characters based on like actors or people or stuff like that, but it seems to work for us in that. And so maybe every once in a while we'll bring somebody new. Before the movie, before this one, I
Yeah.
was getting actors out of Houston, Texas. Some great actors down there, and they are truly hungry and come not
Yeah.
only know their lines but everybody else's lines and just ideas that they want to contribute. I love shooting in Houston as well.
Yeah. So you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
And what keeps you motivated to keep making movies?
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
I don't hunt. I don't fish. I don't even like to cut my yard.
There's a
Um,
dramatic pause there for a second. So yeah.
well, I was trying to. What else am I going to do if I
Yeah.
don't do this, right? And my background, my mother is an abstract painter up in Connecticut, and came out of the abstract school of the 1950s. The Rothko, Pollock, Benton Spruance uh, time period. And my father is a mechanical engineer that invented the hypergolic electrical power system. So, filmmaking takes the best of both of those worlds. It's an art and it's a technology and it's also a business. I mean,
Sure.
it costs money to do that, but filmmaking for me satisfies both of those inherited urges that I have.
Yeah. And where did you and Dan first meet? You said you've been at it for 30 years?
Well, my day job, I'm a college professor at Cameron University where I teach television and film production.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
Dan was a student of mine 30 years ago. And one day, the story goes, I came into class and said, "Oh, who wants to be in a movie?" And he raised his hand, and it's been history ever since.
That's a lot. You've been doing that class. You've been doing professor work for
Yes,
professor work for the last 30 years.
for 30 years. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
just a quick segue question about that. As the kid have the kids changed a lot through the years?
Yes.
Like it seems like I bring in interns and it's like this generation is so different from what I've ever experienced.
I saw a big change after COVID.
Yeah.
Uh, Less social
Oh yeah.
interaction, less looking at you in the eye, less response to Socratic questioning in classes and stuff like that. Much has changed since before
But I
COVID.
think it's also social media too, where they're the first generation to go through social media and there was nobody was really knew what was going on, and so they had no mentorship. At least like my kids are young, I
Yeah,
give them context. I think that's part of it as well.
yeah, I got to put the phone down. Sure. I mean, I love watching stuff online
Yeah.
and looking at Netflix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But uh, you got to go outside. You got to talk to other people.
It's more the judgment and the negativity that they experience. Like I never
Yes.
experienced that
No.
as a
Yeah.
kid, right? Like as a teenager, I guess, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for him because you're talking about like in-person festivals and like we do these festivals in Toronto like every week and the
Right.
kids used to come like the kids, but like the
Yeah.
university, we're in Toronto, or there's like three major universities in the corner, and they used to come all the time. Now they don't come. Now I don't see anybody under 30 at our festival.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Here, once a semester, I sponsor something called movie night at our local movie theater, the Vasca
that's great.
Theater,
Yeah,
and my production students can produce their own movie, a minute to 5 minutes in length, and we'll show it as long as it's it's content appropriate
sure.
for us. And we still get between 100 and 170 uh, younger age
Yeah.
people showing up in addition to community people. So, I mean, it's free admission. We don't charge admission or anything like that. And it's a wonderful night. It's a wonderful experience for them. I'm a true believer that a production isn't finished until it's experienced by the audience. Now,
Yeah.
as a filmmaker, you can't control what that reaction is going to be, but you will know that your production is complete
Yeah,
afterwards.
100%. It's that's so interesting now. I'm glad to hear that. So you're like you're always in it. You're seeing technology change. You're seeing the different cameras through the years. You've experienced a lot.
Oh, I learned to edit on a what they call a Steam
Steinbeck.
deck or
Yeah.
flat, you
I'm
know,
old enough to do
tabletop.
that. I used to edit on those too back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way through the video, tape,
Yeah.
all the different formats of tape to now to everything being computer based.
Like
Sure.
shooting on film and I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Oh, yeah.
16 millimeter. Yeah. And then, yeah.
I try to explain to them what true A/B roll is, where you have the first shot on the A roll and then a piece of black leader that's the same length.
Yeah.
They just no.
Sync sound with the clapper, right? You have to
Oh,
sync the
well, yeah.
sound.
Well, we still do that because we record all our audio separately, so we can have a free camera and then marry it
Yeah.
in Premiere afterwards. But
Yeah.
we still do that. But right, that's really where that comes from. Is film, shooting a film.
Yeah, that's so great. And then you keep making these like keep producing films as well while you're doing that.
Oh yes, yes. Anybody who's same shameless self promotion who wants to see any of our past work, you can just go to archive.org and click on the little film strip, and in there type "Misfits of Film," and you can see all our movies.
So
That's
you
part
do
of
shoot
our.
them on I guess like but not YouTube. You don't put them on YouTube.
No, I get more views on. I can't seem to build a following on YouTube, but archive.org, I'm getting hundreds of views a week, which for me is a lot. Okay,
Yeah,
so and
you've been on for a while, I guess.
uh, hmm, what 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So so it's been much more successful for us there than on YouTube. I
How
do
many
use YouTube. I mean,
films to date have you made?
hmm?
How many films to date have you made?
Well, I just looked at archive before I came uh, onto the podcast.
Yeah.
There are 66 entries in there. They're not all mine. Some are student documentaries that we produced. Uh, some are like trailers, stuff like that. But I would guess probably 20 to 30, because we try to do one a year. Is our goal, is to produce a movie a year
That's great.
under the Misfits of Film uh, company.
And I got to ask you, behind your shoulder, is that a drawing of a girl that you did?
Yes, we're actually sitting in my television studio, and I'm in the control room, and this was painted on the wall to. I did a.
Big.
I went to Massachusetts Museum of Art, MassMoCA,
Okay.
contemporary art, and they had this all these different kind of displays and stuff, graphic displays. So I came back all motivated and everything, and I put together this kind of campaign to get them to try to think creatively
Yeah.
with little TV spots that we ran in our newscast, different this on the wall in here, and abstract designs on the hallways, in the edit rooms, and stuff like that. I don't know if it was successful or not, but it was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. All right, so you're the guy who plays so Dan plays Jethro,
Yes,
and then is the guy who plays Chuck, Wally Harris.
Wally Harris. Yes,
He
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
he's got great screen presence. He's like he's a good character.
He really is. He's very active in our local community theater here,
Oh,
and
okay.
yes, he does very well. I think he thoroughly enjoyed his role in this movie.
So I'm assuming he gets the everyman role, right? Like, yeah,
The everyman role. If you were to watch the previous movie we made called Ambiguous Indifference, which is just finishing its festival run now, he kind of played the sidekick or everyman role in that one too. But he seemed to have more common sense in that one than he or Dan play in this one.
your team, like your cinematographer, is it Randy? Yeah,
Yes, Randy Traxler. Yes, he's
that seems
primarily.
like a good Oklahoma name, Randy Traxler. Like
Well, I
I
actually think he's originally from Michigan, but
yeah,
I'll
but
have
he
to
had
ask
to
him about it.
because of his name, he had to go to Oklahoma, right? So that's a whole for me. It's like I'm like
Yeah.
the Canadian stereotype, right? That's an Oklahoma name, Randy Traxler, right? So
Okay. Well, Dan is really the stereotypical Oklahoma. I mean, he's just a laid back, good
yeah,
old boy. How you doing? Kind of thing.
yeah.
Uh, you
Hey,
know,
he's got that handsome kind of like gray,
rugged. Yeah.
right? So yeah,
You
yeah, I
know,
can see that.
he's kind of a rough Brad Pitt because Brad Pitt was from, I believe, Shawnee, Oklahoma,
Yeah,
before he moved up to Missouri. But
yeah,
that's kind of so. There are certain things Dan is never going to play, and we certain roles he's never going to play. So we
sure.
know that.
No, but they had good presence then. Like
Yes. Oh yeah, he
yeah, Dan and
does.
Wally, they had a good like kind of like a good comedic team, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
good chemistry between them.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so anyways, your cinematographer, do you work together all the time, the two of you?
Oh yes, we go down to Houston and we've shot a couple movies there. We shot the last one together, um, and he remains calm and steady, and that's what I really like. Plus, he knows exactly what he's doing, so I can say, just please set this shot up, and it's taken care of.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys do a lot of prep work or just kind of, but you guys have a short, I'm assuming you have a shorthand because you work together so much.
uh, we might discuss it, and he'll see the script, and then I'll explain the breakdowns to him. But I go in and do all the lighting first. Lighting's very important to us. We don't do anything until it's lit, until I can go and look at it, and then okay, this is how I'm going to light it, and then I will look at it through his lens, and if I'm happy with it, we go. If I'm not, then we'll spend a little more time lighting. But
Gotcha.
I don't think we don't sit down and oh, let's discuss this kind of thing. Now his wife Erica is our assistant director, so they come kind of as a package. And the movie that we're working on now, that we're going to shoot in January, she and I have met several times to discuss things and go over things. Right now, we're working on props to get that ready.
Gotcha. So like your production designer.
Well, she's kind of like everything. It does everything. I need an actor. Okay, no problem. I
Oh,
need a certain kind of truck. Okay, no problem. And then she'll serve as continuity in a continuity role during the actual shoot. So I guess I've always called her an assistant director. But
gotcha.
yeah,
And then I didn't see an editor in the credits, so I'm assuming you're the editor.
I edited it. Yes, I love editing. I will sit at the dining room table in my pajamas and edit for days. And um, this one, I was very pleased to say we had very little issues with editing. Our last movie, we were shooting in a tin building, and that day, Oklahoma's known for tornadoes. The tornado sirens kept going off, and there was this tree that when the wind really picked up would scrape its branches against the top of the roof. And so I literally spent weeks figuring out a way to minimize that screeching sound.
Yeah.
to save that movie. But
Gotcha. So
this
you
one,
did
yeah,
sound design then. You're a sound designer as well.
all in one. Yeah.
Oh, one.
Hey,
Gotcha.
what did Robert Rodriguez say? The more you know, the less someone else can tell you how to do it. So yeah, we subscribe to that philosophy.
You subscribe to that philosophy.
Yeah.
So is everybody in Oklahoma a football fan?
No, not
No.
everybody. And there are two rival groups here. There's the OU fans and the OSU fans, and they even sell little license plates that say "House Divided" because maybe half of the house is OU fans and half are OSU
So people don't know Oklahoma State and in Oklahoma, right?
University of Oklahoma. Yes.
Yeah. And they're like Oklahoma, as we're doing this podcast, they just had a huge win on Saturday.
Over Alabama, they sure did. Yeah.
I was watching that game. I was into it. I was
All
like,
right.
come on, I can't stand Alabama. Can't
Well, then
stand that
you're,
team.
you're really happy.
Yeah.
I
No, I
went to
just like
Syracuse, so I'm a Syracuse fan.
you're from Syracuse?
No, I went to school there. I'm from Connecticut originally.
Oh, gotcha. So then, yeah, because I'm from Niagara Falls, so I
Oh,
know
really?
very well. Yeah,
Uh,
Buffalo Bills fan, fanatic, right?
oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to be. If you're from Niagara
sure.
Falls, it's like it's in your bread, it's in your blood. You have to be.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I was very excited. Anyway, so basically, yeah. So I'm so happy. I don't think we always check off the map of people. Speaking of maps, you have a huge map and a world map in your film, but I always check the map in of like doing the podcast. I don't think I've talked to anybody from Oklahoma yet, and I've done like a
Oh,
lot of
then
things.
this
Yeah,
is terrific.
yeah,
Oklahoma actually is a great place for locations. There's just one problem, and that's the wind. I mean, the wind never stops blowing, and
yeah.
um, you really got to figure out how to circumvent that. But Southwest Oklahoma has its own unique look, and in fact, there's been several festivals that have commented that they really like the locations that we use. They're very unique and
Mm.
different than what a lot of people expect in the past. So, I mean, you watch Twister, right? Twister, the new Twister movie.
The old one,
It
and
has the
then there's
same
the
kind of
modern
feel.
one. Yeah.
Hmm?
The modern one, the old one from the night from my era, from the 90s, and I guess they made a remake, I guess, of it, right? Too, right?
Yes. Mhm.
That's awesome. Okay, so you're before the podcast, you said are you moving to Alabama? Is that true?
I will be eventually. Yeah, my wife is originally from Mississippi, and she came here for me for this job. So it's now she wants to move. I want to go. I mean, who doesn't want to live near the ocean, right? I mean, so we're going to eventually go to Gulf Shores.
And then are you gonna retire or are you gonna like keep teach somewhere there or
Well, I'd like to keep teaching, but I will retire from here
okay.
and then go to Gulf Shores.
And you're gonna keep making movies?
Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You're gonna find a whole new crew in Alabama?
Well, Eric and Randy said they'll come there to make a movie, or I can come back here and make it. So, but I'm sure I will have to find new actors and I'm going to make a beach movie.
Yeah. Just don't root for the football team. Like
Oh, okay, I
no,
promise you.
I don't know why. It's like for me, it's like the Yankees, the Cowboys, and Alabama. Can't like I just don't like those teams. Maybe there's like
Okay,
it's like they're like the alpha,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like I like the underdog, I guess. All right. I'm from blue collar town, right? Buffalo, right? So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Anyways, that's too much of my sports talk. Anyways, congratulations on the film. I hope it does well
Thank
for
you
you. And yeah, it's
very
funny and it's
much.
got I really like the way you guys do things. I think you got a website. We'll have a link on the website and your Instagram
Oh,
page
great.
as well. But it's like I like how you guys do things. It's really great. So keep at it. And I'm sure we can even do a whole podcast about you're teaching the young kids how to make movies and TV shows, but we'll do that on a different day.
Oh, I would love to come and talk about movie making.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
By the way, what's your favorite movie?
Well,
The movie you've seen the most times. I always ask that question. What movie you've seen the most times in your life?
the most times, it's probably a tie between Doctor Strangelove
Okay.
And the reason I love that movie so much is when I saw it as a little kid, it scared me to death. And then when I saw it as an adult, I was like, oh, this is a comedy. This
Yeah.
isn't scary.
That's funny. Yeah.
Uh, I like movies that really you got to pay attention to. I'm a big Terry Gilliam fan. 12 Monkeys. I just, oh, it's got Bruce Willis in it, but I love that movie. It's so engaging. Movies like that, Brazil, that had different endings to it. So when I
Gotcha.
mentioned those to my students, they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of those."
Yeah. Yeah. I just watched 12 Monkeys a couple months ago when I remember going on a date watching that movie, and then I watched it like 30 years later. It still holds up today. The movie
Does hold up.
yeah. It was all a ruse, right? So spoiler alert. Right. But yeah, because I literally just watched. I remember just watching it like 30 years later after it came out. So yeah.
Great
All
movie.
right, man. Take her easy, and let's talk again when you make your next film.
Okay, we will. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it.